And those are the people that speak the loudest, because for me, most people that tell me that are far less successful than me. And I'm the guy that's like, don't fucking do it. Drop it. Smoking weed, all right? And there's going to be some fucking captains and fucking all of these advocates. They're like, oh no, weed's not that bad for you. Weed's this. I know a lot of CEOs that are successful in smoke. Snoop Dogg smokes weed, guys. Snoop Dogg smokes weed. So it's okay. Motherfucker, if you look at your life and you look at Snoop Dogg's life, who's successful? Who took their entire life to become successful, and where the fuck are you at? You dumb motherfucker. It's people like that that try to say drinking is good, smoking weed it's fine, because these big ass people that are successful in the world do it. So Phil, stop shoving your opinion down people's throats. You dumb motherfucker. You find me one person that's hyper successful, there are millions of people that are struggling because weed doesn't do for them what it did for fucking Snoop Dogg. Duh. Dumbass. Obviously. Why do you think people are struggling in the world? But your dumbass who has a dad that smokes weed, that the manager at fucking Walmart is fucking crushing it in life. No, you dumbass. People like you that talk about weed that have never actually achieved anything successful in your life are the reasons why people continue to struggle in this world. Because your little ass opinion about something that you don't even understand or comprehend, and your opinion, and your only opinion is validated through Snoop Dogg smoking weed his entire career and like crushing it. Are you crushing it, motherfucker? Can you say that from your level that you crushed it? Because for me, coming from a third world country, coming from the places in California where smoking weed is like the thing, I couldn't get to a certain level by having all of these vices. I couldn't get to a certain level by being addicted to doing stupid shit that fill the void versus me learning how to fill my own void. You guys understand that who you listen to matters far more than like just their random ass opinion. If somebody can't tell me that they have achieved a level of success in their life while still smoking weed, I'm not listening to you, dumbass. And those are the people that speak the loudest, because for me, most people that tell me that are far less successful than me. And I'm the guy that's like, don't fucking do it. Drop it. I wasted years thinking that I needed that to feel good. But the reality is, I didn't need it. And I was just telling myself that I did because I was too fucking weak to really, really be real with myself. So I want you guys to understand something. Look, smoking weed, I'm not telling you how to fuck to live. What I am telling you is what's always worked for me and what hasn't worked for me and all of the things that I wish that I knew back then. But look, I don't have a lot of great people in my life to tell me what's right and what's wrong. I didn't have a father figure to tell me what's right and what's wrong. I didn't have people that I could like trust and listen to that they wanted the best for me without being some dumbass on the internet that's like, Snoop Dogg smokes weed, so fucking can anybody. Dumbasses. It's people like you that fail people in the world. I will tell you from my own experiences coming from some dumb motherfucker who was always smoking and drinking to being around dumbasses in my life who thought that was the coolest thing, that were not successful whatsoever in any shape, way, or form, in business, in career, in marriage, in relationships, in any fucking area. That was this pool of people I used to hang around. Now, the millionaires I hang around don't do any of that shit. I wonder who I should listen to. I should probably listen to the fucking troll on the internet that says, Snoop Dogg fucking da. Or should I talk to the people making 8, 9, and 10 figures saying, nah, bro, that's good. Keep your mind clear so you can focus on the thing. There's other things you can be doing versus getting high. And look, I get it. There's a Snoop Dogg, there's a Dan Bilzerian, there's all of these people that are successful. But you have to remember, there's a reason why it's called the top 1%. The top 1% does more than most people. So their operating systems are different than the average Joe. So who I'm talking to is not the fucking unicorn who can smoke weed and still be hyper successful. If that's you, get the fuck off the video. Because I guarantee you, There's already people right now that are like, damn, I needed to hear the hard truth because my life was going down the drain. My life wasn't going the direction I wanted it to go. The message is for those people. You guys understand how the internet works yet? If the message isn't for you, fuck off. That's how it works. Because the person that needed to hear the message was about to lose their wife. That person was about to lose their job. That person was about to burn down their own business because they were spending more time high than they were focused on building the business. Do you understand? So if that's you and you're some dumbass who thinks you know it all, get the fuck out. You can go watch Snoop Dogg's videos where he's smoking weed and like jerk off to it. I don't fucking know if that's what you do. Fuck it. This video is not for you. Everybody else, welcome. This is the real raw truth. This is the shit that you need to hear because you need to change your life. So let's go all the way back to when I started smoking weed. I think I was like 13, 14 years old because I was trying to fill a void. My parents got divorced, or they started the process. Shit took like 8 years. And I didn't know how to emotionally move through things. I didn't know how to experience things. I didn't know that all the darkness that I felt was not normal. I had to normalize darkness and pain. I had to normalize all of the sadness, guilt, shame, everything that I could ever feel. And the only way I knew how to handle that, guys, smoking weed, popping pills, doing drugs, fucking drinking my ass off, and 13, 14 years old, guys, that's not normal. I thought it was normal. I thought it was like, oh, you're from the Bay Area. Of course, that's what you're going to do. We normalized it. But it's not normal to do that. It's not good. It's not healthy. And thank God I joined the Marine Corps. Thank God that I did. Because even though that made me more disgruntled, at least it kept me away from drugs. At least it kept me away from like smoking. At least it kept me away from that shit. I was still drinking. But at least that's not everything else too. But here's the thing. I spent years of my life lost. Throughout my entire life, since 13, 14 years old, I spent all that time lost because I was so medicated on all of these things. I never was able to heal things because it hurts so bad to look at my demons, to look at all of the areas in my life where I felt like shit. Because I didn't want to face it. I didn't know how to face it. Nobody ever taught me that shit. Nobody ever taught me that it's okay to cry as a boy, as a man. Nobody ever told me that it's okay to feel like shit and that doesn't make you weak. That like it's human to actually feel fucking emotions. Nobody ever told me that if I'm angry, I don't need to drink to be not angry. I could work out. I could go on a hike. I can do other things to outflow all of this negative energy. I never had somebody to teach me that stuff. So what did I do? I did what everybody else said was okay. The fucking Snoop Dogg fucking smokes. Those motherfuckers. Yeah, just smoke. It's all good. Like, just fucking burn it, bro. Like, fucking, it's not even anything. Let's just have fun for tonight, and then we'll deal with it tomorrow. Let's have fun for tonight, deal with it tomorrow. That tomorrow lasted years. Over a decade of my life. Majority of my fucking life. I medicated through drinking, smoking weed, doing all the dumb shit. I wish I had a dad that told me that, like, bro, like, you work out, spend your time there, go on a hike, be one with nature, meditate, pray, learn these other things, these other ways that you can heal through that. Because what you're trying to do is heal. But because it's so emotionally scary, you emotionally shut down and you use some type of vice so that way you don't feel the very things that scare you the most, which is self-acceptance. It's looking at your demons in the fucking eyes. Nobody ever taught me that shit. And when you think about how that evolves over time as you start building businesses for yourself, as you start building families, you're not present with those families. I lost years with my firstborn. Years. She's only 3. And that first year, man, there's like parts and bits and pieces that I remember, that I recall, but fuck, bro, like I could have had so much more, but I was so stressed out about losing my job during the shutdown to going online that all I did was medicated. And I kept telling myself, well, bro, you rate 30% from the for disability from the military. You lost your job. Fucking, you have all of this nerve and tissue damage. You're a new dad, new husband, new everything. Everything's falling to shit. Of course you need it, bro. Of course you need it. Of course it's okay to just smoke every fucking night for literally no reason but to start smoking. And I'm so thankful that I became aware that I just started smoking for the sake of smoking. It wasn't even doing anything for me anymore. It was just like this habit. And that's the dangerous part. When it just becomes a habit for you to do a thing where it no longer needs to even exist in your life. I used to tell myself, well, fuck, bro, like literally, I can smoke. Literally, I have all of the reasons why I can literally smoke and why people are like, hey, here's a prescription to smoking. I could have used that excuse 100%, but I also realized, and I was real with myself, unlike some of you motherfuckers, that I was just doing it to do it. I was just getting high to get high. It was just part of my natural routine versus like learning that I can just replace that with sleeping early. I can replace that with like working out more, which is probably why I got a fucking dad bod in the first place, because I'd rather smoke weed versus working out. I'd rather smoke weed and eat shit versus eat right and track my shit. Again, old self, new self. Imagine that. Smoking doesn't do anything for you in the long term, in the grand scheme of things. Smoking makes you waste your time, makes you waste your days. It makes you waste memories that you're never going to be able to get back. I lost so many good memories with my daughter. And sometimes when I see the videos, I'm like, damn, I remember that now. But imagine if I could have downloaded in that moment and like not need something to reference to remember that moment. Imagine how much more beautiful life is. This time around with my second, every moment I remember, every moment I'm present. And I'm telling you this from just like deciding to stop smoking. I stopped smoking January 2023. I was just like, I don't know, I'm turning 30 this year. I guess I should fucking just be a legit fucking human adult and just stop smoking weed. So I just decided to, and then I stopped. Threw everything away. Canned it. If you guys want to stop smoking weed, the biggest thing that you have to do is you have to attach that desire to want change to something emotional that means something to you. So for me, especially if you got kids, this will probably work. Envision a world where your kids don't have you anymore because you're gone, you're dead. Whether it was from the weed and you got fucking lung cancer, or the weed led to something else, or the weed led you to a place where you shouldn't have been and you get fucking gunned down, somebody hits you, stupid shit, you decide to drive, I don't fucking know. Something bad happens because you decided to be in that environment. And now you got kids that are left without a father. You got kids left without a parent. You have a wife that's left without their partner, without help with those kids. Imagine the pain that you caused because you were causing yourself pain, and you self-inflicted pain which caused pain to other people. Can you imagine that life? If you can't, spend more time there. Because for me, that feeling of guilt of leaving my children behind, that guilt of not being the man that I thought I could be, that guilt of leaving my wife alone because I couldn't handle my own shit, that guilt made it very easy for me to walk away. You have to remember that in order to change a bad habit, you have to replace it with a good one. So all I started doing was spending more time with my fucking family. I started being able to appreciate my days a little bit more. And some people are like, "Oh, what about the what is it called when you fucking backtrack and like your body starts responding to it, whatever? Withdrawals." I didn't have any fucking withdrawals. I had more withdrawals from like giving up on coffee than I did giving up weed. Coffee was tough. Now I can do another video on like fucking taking coffee out of the equation, where it's again, it was like an addiction to coffee. Like it was weird. I'll do another video on that. But when you emotionally decide to change, when you emotionally decide that something is not for you, it no longer serves you, it makes it easier to commit to that decision. But if it's just like, I'm just going to stop because it's fucking New Year's, you're never going to commit to it because it means nothing to you. So what you have to do is you have to think about the identity, the self that you want to create, that you can be proud of every single day in comparison to who you are today. And you got to see the consequence of never achieving that life, never achieving that version of you. Because if you're able to actually think about the future self, who you have the potential to be, you think about your family, you think about your kids, you think about all of these things, you can think about how you can impact the world with your business. And you realize that if you're gone, so many people will lose. So many things will break without you. And when you can feel that true guilt of, damn, I couldn't be there because I couldn't be the best version of me because I let myself down because I thought I needed something else outside of me to heal me, when in reality, all I needed to do was start looking inward to heal myself. Man, like I wish that people didn't listen to the sheep of the world. The sheep of the world are the people that tell you it's okay to drink, it's okay to smoke. But those motherfuckers have never felt darkness the way that we do. We're a different breed of people. We're the people that have like cracks in our armor that like weed and like drugs and like alcohol. It affects us a little bit different than fucking silver spend food fucking Victor over there who never had to deal with any of those fucking problems. So weed, drugs, alcohol doesn't affect you the same way it affects me, motherfucker. When I go deep into that shit, it's hard to come out. So you dumb motherfuckers who comment on this that don't actually understand how this affects people like me, how this affects people like us, you're the dumb motherfuckers that actually give permission to people you have no fucking right to actually shove your opinion down people's throats, you dumb bitch. I swear it's always the dumb motherfuckers who actually don't know pain that think they can speak on it. I come from experience. I know what it does. I was the guy when we were popping pills. I wasn't the 1 pill guy. I was 6 to 8 pills deep, 10 pills deep, just cuz. I wasn't the smoke one blunt, take one rip of the bong type of motherfucker. I was like, give me a fucking blunt to the neck and let me get another one. And then while I'm doing that, let's pass around more. And then after that, let's hit the bong. And then after that, let's chug some drinks. And then after that, let's pop some E. Let's go do this other stuff. That's where I'm coming from. So for you guys that are like, yeah, I got with Jessica and Victor and John, and we just did it every once in a while. It's not that bad, you dumb motherfuckers. You don't know what it's like to come from pain and to medicate, to not feel that pain, obviously. But for motherfuckers like us, yeah, it's not good for us. It's not good to be around that darkness because what that does is it creates the opening for the darkness to continue the whispers. When you come from somewhere broken, if there's a brokenness inside of you, guys, this shit does not serve you. It's not going to help you. And it's definitely not going to help you to listen to stupid motherfuckers who say, it's good. It's just one time. Go compare their life to my life. Go compare their life to anybody else that you actually respect in the world. Guarantee you they haven't accomplished shit in their life. I haven't met not one successful person that's just like, yeah, everybody should just smoke. Everybody should just drink. Abso-fucking-lutely. I haven't met not one person, personally, that would just be an advocate for that. That's actually successful in every area of your life. In business, in health, and in marriage. I haven't seen it. All you motherfuckers that see like everybody like drinking and smoking, I don't see any like successful marriages. I love my marriage. I don't fucking know what you're talking about. It might be successful in business. If I was single, I would be very successful too because all I would do is work. But I also have a successful business and I have a successful marriage and I have a successful family. Unless you have all of those 3 things and you're winning, I'm not talking to you. I'm not listening to you. So you got to remember, guys, it's very important that when you make these decisions to change your life, just know it's for the better. Just know that there's something else calling to you. Your purpose is actually calling to you now. And it's been buried over time, over the years, because you had to like medicate yourself in like these different ways, but like you don't have to now. The moment you start hearing the whisper of like, I think I need to stop. I think this doesn't serve me anymore. I think that I'm wasting my time now. Lean into that. It's scary as fuck because now you're going to have to put pen to paper. You're going to have to actually like think about yourself. You're actually going to have to think about these stuck emotions that you haven't even addressed for years, burying them, the anger, the wrath, the shame, the lust, the guilt, all of it. You're going to have to start facing all the things that scare you the most. And that's why most people can't drop the vice because it's too fucking scary. But just trust me, if you were to just take it a day at a time and you can take all of the pain a day at a time, one pain at a time, you'll get through it. You surround yourself with people on this path of like self-mastery, self-actualization, you'll get through it. Because just like you did with the weed and the vices and all of this stuff, you're going to start replacing that with people that think different, that are going through the same challenges like you, that can easily hear the whispers and be like, damn, this shit's calling to me. I could totally do it again. And they choose not to. You surround yourself with the right players, you can level up in life. And just understand the trials, the lessons don't get any easier. You just get stronger. But it's very important for you to know if you're like me, that shit does not serve you in any shape, way, or form. It's going to hurt you. It's going to keep you from having the marriage that you want. It's going to keep you from having the business that you want. It's going to keep you from having the body that you want. It's going to keep you from having the confidence and self-esteem that you want. It's going to keep you from having the relationship with your kids that you want. It's keeping you from the very thing that's going to make you happy, that's actually going to fill that void. Only you can gift yourself true healing. Only you can decide to stop. Only you can decide to start. You are in charge of this. And it's a lot harder for now to say no to the things that no longer serve you until you're strong enough to just never need it again. You know, there was a time in my life where I always thought I needed to drink at the end of each night. There's always a time in my life where I thought I needed to smoke weed at the end of each night. There's always a time in my life that I thought every weekend I needed to go party and pop pills. I thought that that's what life was about, but now that I'm cleared of all the fog, that's not life. That's you running from it. That's not how you live. That's actually how you die. And if you can learn that living feels way better, and being on this journey of life is way better than being on that path to death, you're going to start valuing yourself more. You're going to start feeling more confident. You're going to start making power moves that you normally wouldn't have. You're going to start seeing yourself in a different light. You're going to start feeling more proud, waking up more proud of yourself. And you're just going to respect yourself a little bit different because now you do. And you've physically shown yourself that you can create that restraint and that discipline, that you and your body and your mind and your spirit is worth more than that temporary fucking feeling smoking weed gives you. Because we all know that it only lasts for a moment. And then the whispers start, and then you need to hit it again to drown it out. But every hit that you take, it gets louder and louder, which means you need to take more rips and more rips and more rips in hopes that it drowns it out, but it never does. And you just smoke until you pass out. You just smoke until you eat 2 bags of Jack in the Box fucking tacos with the buttermilk. We all know how it goes. You can say that you're like feeling good, self-medicated, but if you really asked yourself and was real with yourself, like, am I actually happy with the life that I got? Am I really happy with like everything? My body, how I look at myself? Am I really happy with my mentality? Am I really happy emotionally? Am I really happy with like where I'm at in my career, in my business? Am I really happy with where I'm at with my family? I can guarantee you're going to hear a lot of no's. If you were really honest with yourself, because there's a lot of people that bullshit themselves like, yeah, no, this is cool. I said, are you happy, motherfucker? I didn't say, are you settling? Are you good settling? That's not what I said. Are you happy? Are you good with where you're at? Are you like, damn, yeah, like I wouldn't change shit? I can guarantee you the answer is no. So you gotta find out why you're important enough to stop. And the best way to commit to this is understand all of the consequences. What are you gonna lose in yourself, in your life, in your family, in your business, in your career? What are you gonna lose if you lose this battle to this one thing that you don't even need? Who else outside of you is going to suffer because you won't give yourself permission to finally live again? Who else? Because if you're not going to do it for you, do it for those babies. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for your wife. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for the people watching you and emulating you. Do it for others, because in purpose, we do things to serve others. We sacrifice for others to live our purpose. We sacrifice all of these things that we think that we need in life, and we become the advocates that you don't. And you don't. You don't need any of that shit. What you need is discipline. You need to forge your mentality. You need to go to the fucking gym. You need to eat right. You need to spend quality time with your family. You spend more time learning, and you spend more time with self, in nature, meditation. You need to spend more time present in the now, in the moments. But you can't do that when you're hooked on drugs, when you're drunk all the time. You're never going to be able to connect to self. You're never going to connect to the higher self. So just stop smoking the weed. The shit doesn't actually serve you. And anybody that says that fucking person's successful, just remember, all you need to do is ask that person who said that, well, how successful are you, motherfucker? Let me see your life. Guarantee you, if we stack up lives, they're not living the life. They can say they are. They're going to be like, oh, I'm fucking doing just fine. I have the little What is it? I have the BMW. I have the Armani watch. I'm a manager. I'm a supervisor. I'm like 9 to 5. That's it? That's all you got? You got a girlfriend? You're not even married? You don't got kids? Okay. And you're good with that? Okay. All right. If that's it, if that's who I should listen to, I'm not gonna do that fucking thing. I'm going that way. If you're going that way, and that's your life, I'm good. I think I'm gonna go this way, the way that like nobody else wants to go, because like if that's what you're good with, I don't want to be good with that. I deserve more than that, and I'm willing to put in more work than that shit. Just realize that you can have a beautiful life, and you don't need these things to feel good about you. You can find these different ways to feel good about you by putting in the work, keeping your word to yourself, and just showing yourself every single day what type of life you can create. And when that becomes your mission in life, you'll find your true purpose, your true calling. And it's going to get clearer and clearer. Every day you show up for yourself, it gets clearer and clearer and clearer. The question is, are you willing to accept that you're not where you want to be in life so you can drop all the bullshit like smoking weed that doesn't serve you? Number 2, can you commit to it long enough to hear your calling? And number 3, when opportunity presents itself, will you step forward and step into your greatness? Because if you don't, you might be preparing, but if opportunity presents itself and you let it pass, you never know when that opportunity is going to come back. And if you're too fucking high to see that opportunity present itself, then you're fucked. So just realize you can have a better life if you start looking at your life to be more valuable and much more worthy than just smoking all the damn time. It has changed my life completely. And I did a lot of great things, but I know that it would have been a lot more fun and a lot easier if I just dropped it from the get-go. If I never even thought that I needed it. I was a weaker man. I was doing great in business. Wasn't doing that great as a father. Probably wasn't that present as a husband. So many areas of I could have done a lot better at. And now I can because I'm clear. You can too, but it starts with accepting where you're at, accepting where you're not, and now every single day proving to yourself that you can get to that next level one day at a time. You got this.